Yo, welcome back to another episode of Great Conversations and Guests, man. It's your boy Turbo. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Great Conversations and Guests, man. It's your boy Turbo. I'm back, man. I know it's been a longer wait. You feel me? There's a lot going on, man. I done had a birthday and shit, man. I done been all out of town, man. I was enjoying my week. I was enjoying my week. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. But I'm back. I was coming back. I'll make sure I was gonna come back to y'all after the playoffs, making sure the whole first round was finished before I get into anything. You feel me? Now, all the whole first round finished. We gonna get into that. You feel me? We gonna get into some NBA talk. We gonna get into some head coaches that got fired and some that stepped down. We gonna get into that. And we also gonna get into a little bit of NBA talk. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Y'all already know. We gonna jump right into it. You feel me? So first thing we gonna get into is the NFL playoffs recap. You feel me? Round one. And I ain't gonna lie, man. This been some of the best probably playoff football I've seen. You feel me? Most of the games came down to one scores. You feel me? Each team was going at it back and forth. It took a last second play to, you feel me, to decide the game. And to me, that's what that's what playoff football is all about. You feel me? Because you ain't got no next week to go on to. So you got to leave it all on the field today. You feel me? You can't be like, oh, we gonna get them next time. No, it's over with. You feel me? And on top of that, we had a whole bunch of not a whole bunch of new faces, but we had a couple of new faces in the playoffs this year. You feel me? Some returning, but some making their first appearance. You feel me? But the playoff tree looked kind of different this year. No Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson. You feel me? No Patrick Mahomes. No Minnesota Vikings. You feel me? Some new faces in there, Chicago and Patriots in there. You feel me? And that's one of the first games we're gonna start off with. We're gonna start off with one of the longest rivals in the NFL, man. The Packers versus the Bears, Joe. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It was a real life thriller. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It was a real life thriller though. It was so crazy though, cause I was watching the game. I'm in Vegas. I was in Vegas actually. You feel me? I'm gonna get into my Vegas trip a little later, but I was in Vegas actually. You feel me? We in the casino. We at the casino. I'm watching the fucking game and shit, and it's crazy because this was my prediction about the whole game anyway. My prediction about the whole game was gonna be that you know first it was all depending on if Jordan Love was gonna play. You feel me? It all came down first to if Jordan Love was gonna play. You feel me? First of all, second, it was all about if they get a hot start. Now I was saying if the Packers get a hot start, it might be over with for Chicago. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to rely on Caleb Williams to make some magic happen, this, that, and the third, and then it get ugly. You feel me? Sure enough, shit come to pass. You feel me? Packers start off hot in the first half. You feel me? 21 points. They had about what? Three turnovers? Yeah, about 2, 3 turnovers. You feel me? The Bears only had about 3 points, man, in that first half. They only was able to put up 3 points. You feel me? But I don't know what Ben Johnson or Caleb Williams said to them boys in the locker room though. But when them boys came out the locker room, they came out with a whole different mindset, whole different type of game plan, and they just they just did anything and everything they could to get back in that game. I'm talking about they scratch, they clawed, they bite, they did everything to get back in that game, and that's what you needed to do. Cause like I say, you feel me? You ain't got no next week. Ain't no next week. Ain't no it's gonna get them next time. No, your season over with. You feel me? It's over with. So you gotta go hard. You feel me? And the Packers person came out with that same type of mindset. Like, man, it's 0-0. Yeah, we up 18 right now, whatever, whatever. But going to the third quarter, 0-0 to keep that same mindset to dominate. You feel me? And they ain't had that same mindset. You feel me? Chicago just start capitalizing. You feel me? Just start capitalizing real good. You feel me? They start running the ball. That's one thing that I did like. I didn't see that from them in the first half. They really weren't running the ball like that. And if they was, they really weren't getting too much success out of it. I feel like when they fell back so early that they start trying to force the ball and try to pass the ball a lot because Caleb Williams had like a 35 QBR rating going into halftime. You feel me? So I thought they was trying to overthrow the ball when it was only the first half. You feel me? You still could have been running the ball and see what you could do. You feel me? Because like I say, even if the Packers did win this game against the Bears, I didn't have them going to the Super Bowl no matter if Jordan Love was playing, just because they don't got Michael Parsons. So you don't got Michael Parsons, and that D line is still good, but you run the ball. You feel me? Chicago been running the ball real good. You feel me? You got McGunguy, he been running the ball good. DeAndre Smith, he been running the ball good. So run the ball. And in the third quarter, that's what they came out doing. They start running the ball, and then on top of that, they start getting the ball into their running backs in the passing game. You feel me? Which also start opening up. You feel me? Uh, the tight end, Loveland, big game, man. He had a crazy game on. I don't know if anybody was paying attention. I was paying attention to, but he had a bunch of big catches. You feel me? A bunch of good, good runs after catch too. You feel me? He came up big for Caleb Love. If you ask me, you feel me? So they just start hitting on all cylinders. Caleb Williams started making plays with his legs, started getting out the pocket, making crazy throws. He had that crazy ass throw on fourth down. You feel me? I know y'all seen it falling. I'm talking about the man was. I ain't now. We done seen Patrick Mahomes throw some great passes. You feel me? We done seen him dive in the air and throw a ball 40 yards. You feel me? We done seen him make all type of passes. But this is a pass I ain't never even seen Patrick Mahomes make. Like, the nigga scrambled out to his left on the run, threw the ball falling down, like as he was sitting down. And the corner thought the ball was going. It was such a perfect ball. The corner thought it was going to be short. He tried to undercut it, and he fucked it up. And that was ended up being a big play by Chicago. But it was plays like that, man. And then you could just start see, like, once Chicago starts scoring them touchdowns, you could just start seeing a momentum shift on the sideline. You could just start seeing it. You feel me? They start coming out. The offense weren't able to get them deep shots downfield like they was at first. You feel me? The Chicago was coming up, making stops, getting off the field on third down like they needed to. You feel me? And then they only held Green Bay to 6 total points after that. You feel me? So I ain't gonna lie, it was a real dominant second half for Chicago, man. A real big game. I wasn't expecting that from them for real, for real. You feel me? I wasn't expecting that from them at all, but they came out there and they did their thing, especially on me saying if the Packers jump to an early lead, it might be over with for Chicago. But at the same time, you feel me? We've been seeing Caleb Williams do this all second half of the season. You feel me? Late in these last couple of in these since the mid season. You feel me? He rallied his team in that second half. You feel me? And they start making plays. He started making throws. He started making runs. You feel me? That defense started getting hype. That offense started getting hype. And then next thing you know, they back in the game. You feel me? That defense is one of the best turnover defense in the league. I think they was only right behind Jacksonville. You feel me? On bro, and they led the league in interceptions on defense. So you feel me? Them boys start stepping up. Kevin Byard, I already said I feel like when they grab Chris Gardner when they grabbed him, I feel like that secondary had got a little better. You feel me? Got a little more swag. You still got Brisker, Jalen Johnson been in and out the lineup, but they've been able to make plays. You feel me? They lost a couple people. They lost the offensive line, and they lost their middle linebacker Edwards. He ended up going out with an injury, so they say he tore his fibula or something like that. So it's gonna be tough going up into round two, banged up, but man, you got to be going into round two with a lot of confidence too, though. Like man, y'all ready, but they can't fall behind with their next opponent. You feel me? So we gonna get into that. We gonna get more into that later. But y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about that Bears Packers game. You feel me? Or what y'all think of. The next game that I want to get into was one of my favorite games that started it off was um the Rams and the Panthers. You feel me? Now the Panthers are a team that already had beat the Rams early on in the season. You feel me? And everybody was overlooking them and was like, "Oh, they underdogs." They weren't really thinking. They was just thinking the Rams was gonna walk over them in the regular season. They end up surprising everybody, even the Rams. You feel me? But I've been saying all year though, like uh the Panthers just been a savvy team. If they in a game late third, fourth quarter, man, Bryce Young gonna start making passes. You feel me? Gonna start making passes downfield. Terry McMillan was a very, very, very huge pickup for them. I ain't gonna lie, I say definitely give him the Rookie of the Year award. You feel me? He definitely earned it. Went over 1,000 yards. You feel me? Over 70 catches. You feel me? And he had a big game in a playoff game. You feel me? Them boys start. I think they gonna build something real nice right there with him and Terry McMillan. But man, Bryce Young started making passes, man. I just remember I was watching the game. I was still in the casino. You feel me? I watched both games. I watched all the games in the casino. We was in the casino and they was down 10, 17-7. I remember the drive Bryce Young put together, he drove down the field, threw the touchdown in the corner. You know, and they just started getting I see the sideline going up over that. You feel me? Then after that, both teams just start going at it. Oh, they score to the point where it's like, all right, it's the fourth quarter now, and it's like, all right, Rams got the lead. What the Panthers gonna do? Bryce Young lead his team down there. They score. It's like, all right, now Matthew Stafford finna get the ball. You feel me? And I really thought once they scored that last touchdown and they went up to 31-27, I'm like, damn. You feel me? Like they might got them. You feel me? I'm like they probably got them. Matthew Stafford ain't had the best game, but he showed up when it really mattered, and he showed you why. You feel me? He got himself a ring when he got over to the Rams. You feel me? One of the quarterbacks that got one of the most comeback fourth quarters. You feel me? He showed it again in the most critical time and the most time when his team most needed him. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that was an MVP performance right there when he did right there. You feel me? And even though that the Panthers had a chance to, you feel me, come down and they had a chance to tie it up. You feel me? Like the Panthers just were never out the game. Like they just kept fighting and clawing. Like I love that about them. We gotta come at it. He said I told you about them Texans. Oh yeah, yeah, man. We gonna get into them Texans, man. We gonna get into them Texans for sure. We gonna get into them in a little minute though. You feel me? Yeah, Joe. That scary defense. I ain't gonna lie to you. Very scary defense. You feel me? D'Amico Ryans. I don't know what he giving them boys, cocaine or something. You feel me? But yeah, though Panthers, yo, if Jimmy Horn Jr. don't drop that ball over the middle, even though like it wasn't the best pass, it was kind of low. You feel me? But man, Joe, them type of catches right there make players. You feel me? Them type of catches like that change games. You feel me? That shit changed lives, bro, for real. So Jimmy Horn Jr. make that catch over the middle, man. That game either go into overtime or the Panthers can try to run another play or something to try to go for the win. You feel me? And Bryce Young, who first of all they was I ain't gonna lie, I always liked Bryce Young even at Alabama. You feel me? He ain't had the best rookie year, but I always this was my evaluation about him when he came out of college. Everybody knew he was too small. That's cool, but the man can throw the ball and he got accuracy. You feel me? Him and C.J. Stroud was gonna be 1-2 or 2-1 either way it goes. I said C.J. Stroud was gonna win the rookie of the year, in which he did, and he went to the playoffs. He went crazy. You feel me? But I said eventually Bryce Young gonna get it going, and he gonna start looking a little better. Now, if you ask me, you feel me? Team success wise, yeah, the Texans look better, but I feel like Bryce Young and low key had a better season than C.J. Stroud. You feel me? If you ask me. You feel me? He came up big. He made some big plays. He beat some big teams. Both of them beat some big teams, but for Bryce Young to get his team in the playoffs and you feel me, uh, jump from what he was the couple of years before from being benched and all that. You feel me? So he done stepped up and now you see they done said they picked up his fifth year option. And I feel like that was a good idea. You know, running back with this team, you see what they do. You feel me? Give Rico Dow back. You feel me? You see what they do. Yeah, hurt for Jimmy Horn, man. That hurt for Jimmy Horn because he was undrafted. But I feel like I don't think Carolina gonna cut ties with them because from the moment they picked Jimmy Horn Jr. up, they said they loved everything about him. His work ethic. They say they love his how he come to work, how he handle himself, how he go about his business. You feel me? It was just critical. You feel me? That's that inexperience though. You feel me? That's that inexperience. You feel me? The stage be big, and you feel me? Like I be trying to tell people, like when you ain't never played sports before, that shit really is like that saying really do mean something. You feel me? Sometimes that moment be a little bit too big for people and then overwhelm them. You feel me? But you see after he dropped the ball and stuff on the sideline, Bryce Young and the team, you feel me? They was right there. They told him like, man, don't even worry about it. You feel me? Just like the team's supposed to do. You feel me? So I feel like Jimmy Horn gonna be cool though. You feel me? But Yeah, though, man. Shout out to the Panthers, though. They put up a fight, though. But, not like I said, Matthew Stafford, one of the greats. You feel me? I've been watching Matthew Stafford since he was at Georgia playing with A.J. Green. You feel me? I remember when he played for Detroit all them years, putting up crazy numbers, been throwing for 4,000 and 5,000 yard season. You feel me? Finally got to the Rams with some good wide receivers, Cooper Kupp, and some running backs. You feel me? Played with Odell Beckham Jr. and got him a ring, well deserved. You feel me? So big shouts out to Matthew Stafford too, because he can try to win his second ring and he can go off into the sunset and definitely get him a yellow jacket. You feel me? Even if he don't win another ring, he definitely getting a yellow jacket going to Kenton. You feel me? But another game that I want to get into too, man, Joe. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Joe. The Bills versus the Jags, man. The Bills versus the Jags. And I ain't gonna lie, this game kind of upsetted me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Because one thing that you always hear is that everybody always be like, oh yeah, the referees chief of Patrick Mahomes, this, that, and the third. Do y'all know Josh Allen get all the calls? They put up a motherfucking chart to show how many calls each quarterback gets. And don't nobody get more calls than Josh Allen. Nobody gives more calls than Josh Allen. For some reason, it's just like, I don't know. It's like the NFL want Josh Allen to be that guy. You feel me? They just want it. They forcing MVP on him. They forcing great like don't get me wrong. The man got a big arm, you feel me? He come up in the clutch, you feel me? He can run the ball, he do his thing. But my evaluation about him is that, you know, he can't he's not great in the pocket. First of all, he's not great in the pocket, and when he don't got elite receivers around him like he had with Stephon Diggs, he's very limited. You feel me? He's very limited, and you can actually get to him and you can beat him. Now, what I say about he's not great, I ain't gonna say not great, but what I mean is you never see Josh Allen beat you from the pocket. You feel me? You never seen Josh Allen beat no team from the pocket. You feel me? And listen to what I'm saying, because sometimes this will probably go over people's head. You done seen games where Lamar Jackson stand in the pocket. He don't even run sometimes. And people get on the, oh, you ain't running enough. Woo, woo. He's standing in the pocket, throw for 400 yards, 300 yards, 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. Josh Allen does not do that. If Josh Allen got to beat you from the pocket, you're going to win every time. Every time. And you can quote me on this. You feel me? Every time. If he get to getting out the pocket, you feel me, making throws down, that's when he at his best, getting outside the pocket. Because once he get outside the pocket, people don't know if he gonna run or throw the ball. So that's you in a tricky spot. You feel me? But if he's in the pocket and you got defensive players that can get to him, like the Jaguars was able to get to him, you feel me? It's gonna be very tough on him. It's gonna be very tough on him. You feel me? And this game was a good game too. You feel me? But I feel like it was some controversy calls and not even calls. It was some controversy like they was giving. I feel like towards the end of like in that fourth quarter, second half, they started giving the Bills extra yardage that they ain't gained, stuff like that. They was giving them first downs that I ain't feel like they got. You feel me? So, and I feel like that kind of played a part. You feel me? And how the game ended. You feel me? On that last drive when Jacksonville was up 24-20. You know, first of all, the I feel like the drive was crazy anyway because Greg Newsome he fucking blew the coverage and gave up that big ass play. Because if anything, like I said, Josh Allen can't beat you from the pocket. You feel me? They ran a perfect blitz. They ran a perfect blitz at him. He was falling back and he just threw the ball up. If Greg Newsome don't blow that coverage, that's an interception. Game over. Bills out. Jaguars going to the next round. You see what I'm saying? The offense already just did their thing. The defense gave up a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence come down. Bam. ETN for a touchdown. They go back up. You feel me? Like I said, this one of the best turnover defenses too in the NFL. You feel me? And they one of the best defenses getting to the quarterback because they got two edge rushers on Josh Allen Hines and and Walker on the other end. Then they got Hamilton in the middle, who a problem. Then you got the two linebackers, Florida. I don't want to mess up his name. You feel me? I can't really pronounce it. You feel me? But your other linebacker, Devin Lloyd. You feel me? So, man, Joe. And then on top of that, I'm mad at Jacksonville because I don't know what the fuck the defensive coordinator was thinking about when he went into the game plan. Like, they started playing so much soft coverage, like they playing 10 and 12 yards off these receivers. First of all, you're not even playing no elite receivers. You're not playing nobody elite. You feel me? Stephon Diggs not out there. Gabe Davis even went down. You feel me? He's not even that. He's not even elite. You feel me? So I was trying to wonder, like, why is you got these corners playing so far off these wide receivers, and you're not thinking that they ain't gonna take these little 5 yard out routes or these quick slants and try to make something happen. They start eating off that, and like I said, Greg Newsom blew the coverage. But this where it started to get kind of fishy for me. So when they ran the screenplay, they was finna get him the first down. So then they had to review it. And then when they review it, they still put it 4th and inches, and I think he still was a whole yard short. So instead of it being 4th and inches, I feel like it's supposed to have been 4th and 1. You feel me? They gave them inches. And then on top of that was the next play. Everybody telling me, like, that's on Jacksonville. That's on Jacksonville. They wanted them to score. My boy was like, man, Jacksonville got to make that stop. But I'm like, at the same time, bro, this is the same league where we'll see a defensive end get to a quarterback, and if he wrestling with a quarterback too far back in the backfield, they'll blow the whistle dead, get him a sack. You feel me? Just before that, they had just ran a quarterback sneak. You feel me? When Josh Allen got stood up, you feel me? And they blew the whistle, blew it dead. Bam, they get the first down. I mean, they line up for the quarterback sneak. I never seen a 20-yard quarterback sneak. I never 10, 20-yard quarterback sneak. I never seen that in my life. Like, just go from a pal to the whole pal, just push the whole defense into the end zone. Like, that shit was just crazy to me. And like I said, like the referees, they always want to talk about player safety, this, that, and the third. They was stood up on the line for about 3-4 seconds. You feel me? When they got the first down, they was stood right there for 3-4 seconds. Now I'm thinking probably Jacksonville defense probably was like, oh, they finna blow the whistle too. So they just stopped pushing, and Buffalo them just kept pushing. You feel me? And then if that's the case, then yeah, that's on Jacksonville. But me personally, I'm thinking they gonna blow the whistle too, because this, first of all, this a quarterback. They gonna want to protect the quarterback. You feel me? He getting stood up at the line. So for them to let the play just keep pushing forward like it was a running back was crazy to me. You feel me? So after that, they was gonna come. They scored easily, and then on the final play, when Jacksonville get the ball back, you feel me? When Jacksonville get the ball back, yeah, Trevor Lawrence threw the pick, but when they showed the replay in slow motion, bro, Tre'Davious White, he played a good game. He had a great game. You feel me? Almost had 2 interceptions. You feel me? He played a great game. But that last play on Jacoby Myers was a pass interference. I'm sorry. You feel me? I'm sorry. Before Jacoby Myers even went up for the ball, he had his hand around his waist, which is illegal. That's illegal contact. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, it was illegal. He can't do that. You feel me? He was too early, and they posted. I feel like that was a call they should have made. You feel me? And they ain't make that call. Ball tip, game over. You feel me? And like I said, like, man, and then it kind of just hurt because you feel me. I fuck with the Jaguars. You feel me? I'm a Trevor Lawrence fan. You feel me? He went to Clemson. I fuck with Clemson when he was going down. He won a national championship, and you feel me? For him to be getting, they was crucifying him and just saying like, man, he the worst quarterback in the NFL. He worse than Daniel Jones. This and third. This is the second time going to the playoffs. You feel me? Daniel Jones still ain't been to the playoffs. They started off as one of the best. The coach started off as one of the best teams in the league, and then ended not even making the playoffs. You feel me? Jacksonville played good all season. Well, I mean, they played good all season. You feel me? Top defense. They was able to put up points. You feel me? ETN played good. Parker Washington came out there, did his thing. They end up getting Jacoby Myers, adding him to the offense. even though Travis Hunter went down, he was making an impact early. You feel me? So it was like it was kind of bittersweet, but kind of feel like they got down on. I kind of feel like they got down on Jacksonville just because this could be the easiest road to the Super Bowl for Josh Allen. No Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson, and no Patrick Mahomes. It really ain't nobody in his way. You feel me? And that game got shaky for them. And man, Joe, I feel like it got shaky for them. And the refs started doing refs. And I just got a theory. Like I just feel like this. I feel like this. Like, if the league checking the players, right? If the league checking the players, the referee checking the players, everybody checking for the players, who gonna check the referees? You feel me? Who gonna get the referees fines for missing calls or making a wrong call? You feel me? Who gonna start getting on the referees? Cause it can't be like that. They just can't be getting away with they can't be getting away with stuff like that. Missed calls or making a wrong call or you feel me? Like these real deciding games. You feel me? Can't keep getting away with this stuff, and it's like they just got so much leeway that they can really do whatever they want to do. You feel me? I've been watching these interviews with some of these referees that's retired that's been coming out, and they be talking about how they purposely do it, and they be talking about it before the game. So just how the people checking for the players and the owners checking for the players, referee check, everybody checking for the players. It's somebody that got to be checking for the police. You feel me? Just like in a casino. You feel me? It's people that watch people that watch people that watch people that watch people. Then it's the eye in the sky that watch everybody. You see what I'm saying? So it's got to be the same. It gotta work like that because I feel like Jacksonville got down on you. Feel me? Even though they gave that touchdown up, like I said, they had a chance to come down and probably do their thing, but that they missed a call. You feel me? They missed a call, and hey, it is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that that game. You feel me? Y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about that game. Or was the referees calling some bad calls or missed some calls, or Jacksonville just end up losing that game? You feel me? Another game we're gonna get into though is make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the video too. Uh, Another game we're gonna get into too is the Eagles versus San Francisco. Now y'all know last year, you know, the Eagles stomped all over San Francisco. You feel me? Did them dirty. But this year was it was a different story. The the Eagles want that same type of offense they was the year before. You feel me? Saquon Barkley wasn't running the ball like he was the year before. You feel me? They weren't passing the ball like they was the year before. You feel me? The only thing that still looked it up to par was that defense. You feel me? And this game was a real close game early on, 10-13 game. You feel me? And I really thought the Eagles was finna take over once when Quinton Mitchell caught that interception on Brock Purdy. You feel me? So I'm like, cause that's when they usually start doing their thing. You feel me? Like I said, that defense been playing well all season. That's the only thing that been looking consistent since last year. You feel me? So once they got that, but man, San Francisco defense was out there balling, man. Even though they ain't have Fred Warner out there, and I know they really missing him, one of the best linebackers in the league. They had a vet up in Kendricks. Bro, they had Kendricks up in there holding it down for the middle. He was out there making big plays, big tackles in the backfield on Saquon Barkley, and San Francisco was able to get the Eagles off the field a lot. Like they was going 3-and-out, 3-and-out, 3-and-out. You feel me? And then, Brock Purdy started doing his thing. Christian McCaffrey, they started getting that trick play shit going on. Juwan Jennings hit McCaffrey in the end zone for a touchdown, you feel me? And they went up. After that, it was really all she wrote. Though, you feel me? The Eagles had a chance to come back, but this on A.J. Brown. You feel me? Now, you see how you see it's a full circle moment. All year, you've been complaining and you've been complaining and you've been complaining about getting the ball. You tell me who I'm talking to. Come on, man. All year you've been complaining about getting the ball and getting the ball and getting the ball. I'm talking to you. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to y'all. You feel me? All year he been complaining about getting the ball and getting the ball and how the offense needs to switch it up and do this, that, and the third. And sometimes he was right. You feel me? Sometimes he was right. But he just really cost his team the game in this game. You feel me? He had two critical drops in this game, especially that second drop he had over the middle. You feel me? to, you feel me, continue to drive to at least get them in scoring to help them, you feel me, make it back a game. You feel me? End up dropping the ball that they needed, and the game was over. You feel me? So full circle moment for him. You feel me? They talking about some. He shook everybody's hands, and then he ended up just leaving. Yeah, you. That's what you was better off doing, cause you did all that talking and wanting the ball, this, that, and the third. Now when somebody gets you the ball, when it's most critical, you feel me? You you drop it. You feel me? You drop it. You feel me? You check on. You check on. You feel me? You drop it. You feel me? So that's crazy, bro. And your team needed you. You feel me? That's why I say I think Devontae Smith a better receiver than him. You see him, he don't do no talking and all that complaining. You feel me? He go out there, handle his business, go out there, ball. You feel me? And be quiet. You feel me? And if he fuck up or something, ain't nobody got nothing to say. You feel me? But you was out there doing all this ruckus, and then like my homie said, you was out there complaining. You was out there complaining when y'all was winning. You feel me? You out there complaining when y'all was winning. So like, what the fuck? Like, and then you go out there and you drop two passes like that, open passes on top of that. Like, come on, gang, you can't do that. You feel me? You can't you That's something you can't do. But at the same time, I'm happy though, you feel me? Because everybody was talking shit. Everybody was talking shit about uh Kansas City. Everybody was talking shit about Kansas City. You feel me? Oh, Patrick Mahomes, them, they dynasty over with. Woo, woo, woo. No, the Eagles over with. That's who over with. Fuck you talking about. The Eagles over with. They ass trash now. You feel me? AJ Brown, like I said, he really not that good to me. If you really ask me, the man just big as hell, 6'4", and shit, he big as hell. So he not really one of the best route runners in the. He's not really one of the best route runners in the league. You feel me? Got some hands for sure, but that's about it. You feel me? You got some size. You feel me? But you probably losing the hands now because you just cost your team the game. You feel me? So I don't know. I feel like they gonna probably part ways with him. You feel me? Either trade for somebody or pick up somebody in a draft or a free agency. We gonna see, but I think AJ Brown probably played his last game far as from what the Eagles do, if you ask me. And then him and the coach getting into it on the sideline again. They've been study going back and forth, having study going arguments and shit on the sideline. Like, man, Joe, it's tired of that shit. People get tired of that shit. You feel me? So, man, tough loss for them. You feel me? Shout out San Francisco. They going on to the second round. You feel me? But I'm glad the Eagles got put out. No championship for y'all. None of that. Now I'm gonna see how hard it is to go back to back to back to Super Bowls. You feel me? That shit ain't easy. You feel me? So you feel me? Cut my boy Mahomes some slack, bro. Uh, Another game that I want to get into too, man, is the Chargers and the Patriots, man. Now I don't know if I'm more, I don't know if I'm more like, cause the game was kind of slow. It was kind of slow as turnovers happening. A lot of teams they couldn't really get score in the red zone. They were selling field goals. So it's like I don't know if I'm more disappointed in the Chargers or if I'm more like surprised by the Patriots. You feel me? Don't get me wrong, Drake may have been putting up plays all year. You feel me? He in the MVP conversation, crazy. You feel me? He went from we don't know where he was gonna be to probably thinking he wasn't gonna be a starter to showing a lot of promise. You feel me? And put his team in one of the best positions in one of the best positions this year. You feel me? So shout out to him. You feel me? He been making plays all year for him and his team. You feel me? Been putting the team on his back. You feel me? But at the same time, man, like I said, Justin Herbert, man. Justin Herbert, man, I be having mixed emotions about him because he be playing good. He put up crazy numbers and shit like that, but then he get to the playoffs and he go missing. You feel me? He go missing. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's more disappointed or a surprise. You feel me? Because the Patriots defense was getting after him though. I ain't gonna lie. The Patriots defense, only other defense that I think play like the Patriots played have been the Texans. You feel me? Everybody else been giving up a lot of points. The Texans and the Patriots did not give up a lot of points. You feel me? They did not give up a lot of points. They got to the quarterback. They got sacks. They got turnovers. You feel me? Even though the Patriots took even and just like and kind of just like the Texans, uh, the Patriots took a while to get going. You feel me? They took a while to get going before Drake May really settled in. You feel me? And start throwing touchdowns and stuff like that. You feel me? Even though he ain't had the best game, he started making plays late in that game when they had the lead. You feel me? To get him the edge over the Chargers. But man, Joe, like I don't know what you say on like you don't know what Justin Herbert need or what he need to do. You got one of the Harbaugh brothers who been to a Super Bowl, who done won national championships in college. You feel me? He established already. He came over. You feel me? He been helping out and bringing Justin Herbert back to life. Because like I said, I was looking like Justin Herbert was on a decline until Harbaugh got over there and he's down rejuvenated his career. You feel me? But man, when it come down to these playoffs, man, he got to find a way to win. He got to find a way to win. He 0-3 in the playoffs right now. You feel me? In 3 playoff games, he only got 2 touchdowns. You feel me? So it's like, man, Joe, I don't know what's gonna happen with Justin Herbert, man. He gotta find something to do. You feel me? They probably gonna have to go in this offseason, get his offensive line a little better. You feel me? That they they was I ain't gonna say they was missing Najee Harris because he been gone all season. So they season been up and down anyways, you feel me? But they running back position have been a so-so, you feel me, questionable, you feel me, with Najee Harris being down and Omar Hampton being banged up, you feel me, and also the offensive line. So I look for them probably going to this off season and trying to fix that offensive line, you feel me, because like I say, the way the pitchers was getting after him and sacking him it was crazy. Like I said, I ain't seen no other defense play like that other than the Texans play it. You feel me? So, man, Joe, that's tough on. But like I said, I don't know if I'm more surprised by the Patriots though, because Mike Vrabel, he first year over there, you feel me, and a candidate for Coach of the Year and well deserved. You feel me? He got that defense over there playing physical. You feel me? And anybody know Mike Vrabel when he played physical. You feel me? He was one of them. He was one of them ones on that field that was trying to take your head off. You feel me? So he got that defense playing with that same mentality. You feel me? And then he just putting the trust into his young quarterback to make plays. You feel me? Drake May made a big throw down field to Booty, and he made a crazy catch and a run after that. You feel me? And which Drake May had the highest percentage on downfield passes all season. You feel me? So they gonna go deep when they gonna go deep when they passing the ball. You feel me? A two-headed monster on the running back Stevenson, and you got Raymond Stevenson, and you had Travion Henderson. You feel me? Then you got Stephon Diggs out there making plays. You feel me? A veteran that know how to beat coverage. You feel me? No matter if it's man or zone, he know how to get open. You feel me? And then you got the tight end. Like they was real put together. And like I said, they took a little minute to get going, but they finally got it going. You feel me? That late in that second half, they was able to start finishing the drives off and putting up points to go and put the Chargers away. But man, like I said, man, the Chargers got to make something happen though for sure. Chargers got to make something happen. They got to go and fix that. Go out there, fix that offensive line. You know, and probably they're gonna have to part ways with Najee Harris. You feel me? And probably try to get another running back out there so he can get that running game a little better too for Justin Herbert. You feel me? Omar Hampton was a good solid rookie, but I feel like you still need another running back, somebody a little better. You feel me? And it's gonna be healthy. You feel me? But y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about that Patriots and Chargers game. You feel me? Do y'all think Justin Herbert gonna end up getting this? And then that's crazy. Drake May first time in the playoffs. He already got more playoffs wins than Justin Herbert. It's crazy. C.J. Stroud more wins than Justin Herbert. You feel me? Like it's niggas passing Justin Herbert up already. These young niggas is these quarterbacks these young quarterbacks that been coming out lately. They ready, man. These little dudes hungry, bro, for sure. The last game we're gonna talk about, man, is the Steelers and the Texans, man. We done finally got to the Texans, man. Man, Joe. Another team coached by a dominant defensive player that played in the league, and he played exactly how his team playing, man. And it's crazy because like we said, man, we was gonna keep an eye on the Steelers all season because our boy Aaron Rodgers. It was his last ride. We was gonna see. You feel me? And we wanted to see where she gonna get into the playoffs. And we was like, yeah, man, if Aaron Rodgers get into the playoffs and he get a chance to make a run, it'll be legendary. You feel me? He ended up getting to the playoffs. You feel me? It took a crazy week 18 game against Baltimore to get into the playoffs, which was a great game. You feel me? He got into the playoffs, but unfortunately, man, he had to go against the number one defense in the league. And man, I felt bad for my boy. Felt bad for my boy. At one point, people was calling me and was like, "Hey, I got a call." I was like, "Hey," I'm like, "What up?" My cousin like, "Bro, what the fuck wrong with the Steelers quarterback? What you mean?" Hey, he man ain't that Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, yeah, his ass need to give it up, bro. His ass old. Hey man, that's what the number one defense will make you look like, bro. Like they been doing everybody like that. Like so, I wasn't even surprised about it. You feel me? But man, I thought the Steelers was gonna end up coming out and making putting up a little more fight than they did. You feel me? Even though uh the Texans offense they ain't really do too much. You feel me? Most of the defense had a couple of touchdowns. You feel me? They made a lot of turnovers. You feel me? Made a lot of sacks. They was just playing great. You feel me? And the Texans just had to capitalize off of you. You feel me? They only gave up 6 points. Aaron Rodgers he threw an interception. You feel me? They had some drop passes. You feel me? Like I said, I haven't been a fan of their running game all season. I haven't been a fan of their running game all season. You feel me? So man, Joe, I was surprised, but not too surprised. I thought my boy Aaron Rodgers was gonna be able to. I thought he was gonna be able to outdo the Texans, even though they had the number one defense. You feel me? And they get out the quarterbacks, but I thought my boy Aaron Rodgers was gonna be able to do it. But when you really think about it, they ain't really had a talent. They had DK Metcalf, but that was really about it. Calvin Austin, them other people got to step up and make plays, and that's the one. It really didn't happen. You feel me? It didn't go like that. You feel me? And then when it's tough on like that, defense able to get the offense, study get offense short fields, and study get that offense off the line. I mean, off the field. The Texans was gonna be bound to score. Like I said, the defense was scoring already for them twice. You feel me? They just really had to go out there and just put the icing on the cake. You feel me? That's all they had to do, and they did it. You feel me? And they on their way to the second round, man. But big shouts out to the Texans, though. C.J. Stroud, them, they started the season off slow. They started the season off real slow. Everybody was starting to talk about C.J. Stroud, how he was great his rookie year. Now he probably was falling off, and D'Amico Ryans, this, that, and the third. You feel me? But yeah, man. Big shouts out to D'Amico Ryans doing the Texans. They was able to turn their season around. You feel me? In a tough AFC. Like I said, you got the Jaguars, you got the Bills, you got the Patriots. You feel me? You got the Broncos, who another good defense out there. You feel me? And then you also had the Steelers, who also started coming along late in the season on defense too. So for them to able to go out there and outlast Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin, man, was was definitely a big game for the Texans. So shout out to the Texans for sure, man. And they did their thing. They going on to the next round. And that was it. That was it for my boy Aaron Rodgers. He said this was gonna be his last game. You feel me? Going off into the sunset. You feel me? We were just looking at his career stats. Over 600 total touchdowns. Over 600 total touchdowns. Over 76,000 passing yards. Ended his career with 102 passer rating. You feel me? 4-time MVP. He gonna definitely get a yellow jacket. Ain't even no doubt about it. You feel me? One of the best passers of the ball, if you ask me. One of the greatest throwers of the football. You feel me? I don't think nobody probably did it better. You feel me? But yeah, though, man, tough, man. That was tough right there, man. And then also after that, reports came in that Mike Tomlin ended up telling the Steelers that he finna step away. He was gonna step down as the coach because they said, man, they were saying people in the stands were saying fire Mike Tomlin in the crowd. You feel me? When they was losing the game. So if I'm Mike Tomlin, I probably would have did the same thing. Like, step down, man. First of all, because it's like I ain't gonna say it's disrespect, man. I ain't never had no losing season. You feel me? Never had no losing season. I did win one championship. You feel me? I mean, I ain't been back since, but it's like it's tough. You feel me? It's tough. Teams get good. Teams get better. You feel me? Hey, what can you do, man? Like I say, coaches can't go out there and play offense. They can't play defense. You feel me? They only picking the best calls they feel suitable to win. You feel me? At the same time, the players got to go out there and execute. When players can't go out there and execute, you feel me? Yeah, the coach gonna take the blame, but at the same time, it ain't always their fault, man. They ain't out the one throwing the ball. They ain't out the one catching the ball. They ain't out the other one trying to get to the quarterback or break up passes or playing. They ain't the ones out there doing that. They just trying to put the players in the best position to do those things. You feel me? So so for Mike Tomlin to step down, a head coach like that, which you ain't gonna really too much find no head coach that ain't never had no losing season with a team that spent over 15 years with a organization. Like, yeah, y'all go out there and get a new head coach and see how y'all do. Because now y'all gonna need a quarterback. Y'all gonna need a running back. Y'all gonna need some more pieces on offense. You gonna need some pieces on that offensive line. We gonna see what this team gonna look like for the next 3-4 years. Why Mike Tomlin going? Is they gonna be a Super Bowl contending team, or is they gonna fall to the bottom of the AFC till they be like, damn man, they probably want Mike Tomlin back. You feel me? I know for a fact he ain't gonna come back. You feel me? Because I remember in the interview he was saying like, when he done, he done. Like he ain't coaching no more. You feel me? Because he been doing this a long time, and I feel him on that. You feel me? Another coach that you feel me that got fired though was John Harbaugh, another good coach. You feel me? His team end up like it was just a real bad season for the Ravens this year. You feel me? The defense was horrible. They couldn't stop the pass. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't get to the quarterback. You know, they tried to rely on that offense too much, and you couldn't do that. Players started to get hurt. Lamar Jackson started to get hurt. You know, Derrick Henry had another great year. You feel me? But all in all, though, I really didn't see the Ravens really doing too much this season. Just by the way they season went, you feel me? They did finish the season kind of strong and was able to get into the playoffs. I mean, they had just missed the playoffs, was but almost able to get into the playoffs against the Steelers, but came up short with a kicker. You feel me? So man, both rival teams, head coaches that been there for so long gone. I know it's gonna be a crazy look now. You feel me? I know you still got Lamar Jackson. He one of the most winningest quarterbacks in the league. So whoever come coaching him, you better come coaching right, cause you playing you ain't you got one of the best quarterbacks right there. You feel me? But as far as the Steelers, whoever come and take that rim, you know you got some big shoes to fill, especially for somebody who ain't never lost, who ain't never had a losing season and always made the playoffs. Even though he been getting put out the first round like the last 4-5 years, it's like still though for like I said, a head coach that never had no losing season. That says a lot, and I feel like Mike Tomlin gonna be a head coach that's going to the Hall of Fame too. If you ask me, you feel me? Uh, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the video too, man. Another thing we gonna get into too, man. I don't know if y'all seen that game, man, but my Indiana Hoosiers, man, they went out there and they just dominated. They went out there and they dominated Oregon again. You feel me? Again, you feel me? They did it one time, and you feel me? I be always kind of skeptical about playing teams twice. You feel me? Because you never know how it's gonna go. You feel me? You never know how it's gonna go. But man, I ain't gonna lie, Indiana is so well coached. You feel me? And they know what they doing, and everybody on that team does their job, and they just get the job done, man. Their defense is the best defense in college football. You feel me? And they going out there and they showing it week after week after week after week after week. You feel me? They dominated Alabama, came back again, dominated Oregon, over dominated them more than they did the first time. You feel me? And it's crazy because Mendoza is playing so good of football, and it's crazy. He ain't even putting up crazy numbers. He only had like 177 yards. He went 17 for 20, efficient. You feel me? 5 touchdowns. You feel me? That defense plays so well that they ain't even have to take no long drives down the field. And like I said, even in the NFL, that's great. You feel me? You got a defense that can make plays like that, and then you got a quarterback that can, you feel me, capitalize off them type of off field advantage or off turnovers. Man, that the team love that, the defense love that. That they got something out to go out there and play for again. You feel me? So, man, big shouts out to Indiana, man. But they finna be taking on the Miami Hurricanes, man. They finna be taking on the Miami Hurricanes, and The Miami Hurricanes was able to outlast Ole Miss, man. It was a great game, man. It came down to the wire, man. And don't get me wrong, you feel me? I'm a IU fan. You feel me? Because my boy and them they played at Indiana. You feel me? But I grew up. I originally grew up a Miami Hurricanes fan. You feel me? I was a big fan of the Miami Hurricanes growing up. I just liked the colors green, that green, orange, and that white. It always looked good. You feel me? So I was a big fan of the Miami Hurricanes. You feel me? But I'm not a fan of Carson Beck. Feel I'm not a fan of Carson Beck at all. You feel me? And I feel like that's the reason why I feel like Indiana is gonna win. You feel me? Is because Carson Beck. You feel me? He been playing good. He been playing good for Miami, but there's been some times he didn't play bad. You feel me? And he finna go against one of the best defense, not one of the best defense in college football. I feel like they gonna have him on his heels. He gonna turn the ball over. You feel me? And once he starts turning the ball over, it is over with for the Miami Hurricanes. You feel me? It's gonna be over with. You feel me? I don't think they got the talent in the secondary to stop the wide receivers. And then on top of that, it's not even really about the passing game with Indiana. They really run the ball more than they pass the ball. You feel me? They run the ball so well that it complement the passing game. That Mendoza can go out there and just make these throws after they make these long and hard runs. You feel me? They running the ball probably 60% of the time. You feel me? They probably a 60-40 team. You feel me? So if Miami Hurricanes can't stop the run, they definitely ain't gonna be able to stop the pass, and there's gonna be up. It's gonna be over with fast for the Miami Hurricanes. You feel me? Because like I say, this Indiana team just playing out of their minds right now. First play of the game was an interception. You feel me? Return for a touchdown. You feel me? After that, they got them off the field again. And again, like they just playing so good. They disciplined. They well sound. They fundamentally sound. You feel me? Like I said, everybody does their job on defense, so they able to make plays. You feel me? They right there on time. And then even they special teams be able to make plays, put them in great field position. You feel me? Blocking punts, blocking field goals. You feel me? So, man, this IU team is probably gonna go down as one of the best teams ever in college football, especially if they finish the season 16-0 with a national championship. And I believe they gonna do it. You feel me? So shout out to my IU boys. We're gonna be waiting on that game. You feel me? Y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about the Indiana versus Miami Hurricane game. Who y'all think gonna win and why y'all think gonna win. You feel me? And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video. You feel me? And last but not least, man, we're gonna end it with the NBA, Joe. We're gonna end it with the NBA, and we're gonna talk about how the Washington Wizards just pulled off highway robbery. Like they just made they just we thought the Luca for the AD trade was crazy. You just traded Trey Young. You traded Trey Young for CJ McCollum. You ain't get no picks. You ain't get no extra players. You ain't get younger players in Washington field with a bunch of young players right now. You went and got CJ McCollum. Washington Wizards is the worst team in the NBA right now. They probably get the first round pick. And you know these the talent in college basketball right now is going crazy right now. So if the Washington Wizards able to get the first pick and they land a AJ or Caleb Wilson or the one of the Boozer twin from Duke, you feel me? If they're able to land one of these players, it is going to be crazy. And Atlanta is going to be looking like when you make a trade like that for a player like Trey Young, who done led the league in steals before, he done led the league in assists multiple times. He a multiple time All Star. He done took your team to an Eastern Conference Finals. You feel me? He done averaged 30 and 11, 30 and 10. He done did all that shit already. So when you make a trade like that with a team, I understand that you want to send him to a team to try to hurt him or diminish his career where he probably ain't gonna win that. But you got to make a trade and make that trade got to be able to be like, all right, we still want to win now. You just put yourself back in the same position. You got Jalen Johnson over there. First of all, you had Jalen Johnson and Trey Young. Jalen Johnson just started coming. He just started hooping like this. He ain't been hooping like this since he came into the league. He just started putting up these type of numbers. Trey Young been a little banged up. Trae Young been a little banged up, you feel me? But he's still going 20 and 25 plus and 9 player. You feel me? You keep them type of players together. Jalen Johnson just starting to evolve into this player. You feel me? Trae Young already there. He need this. This what y'all been missing. You feel me? Another player who can complement his style of play, who can put up 25 with him, who can match his double double. You feel me? And put up these type of points. You already got Dyson Daniels. He ain't a over offensive talent. He more of a defensive talent, which is also well, so he can help out on defense. You feel me? Because we already know that Trae Young is a liability on defense because he's so small. That's cool, but he make up for that on the offensive side. You feel me? So like when you make a play, when you make a trade like that, you got to make a trade in which you want to say that you're trying to win right now. And y'all ain't do that. Y'all went and got CJ McCollum. So y'all basically saying that the team is better without Trae Young. You feel me? But all in all, we gonna see though. You feel me? Only time gonna tell. But I just know that Trae Young went to a team that's filled. He kind of back in the same spot. He back at a team that's filled with a bunch of young talent. You feel me? And he the veteran over there now. But I feel like he over there with Chris Middleton. They got Alex Starr over there who's starting to look kind of come along. You feel me? They got, like I said, they got some young pieces over there too who gonna get it going too. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go out. And like I said, they probably gonna end up with the first pick. And if they end up with the first pick, man, Atlanta is gonna be tough on. Straight up. You feel me? Uh Ja Morant, they said the Memphis Grizzlies is officially looking to make a trade for him. You feel me? Uh but I think it's gonna be kinda hard on my boy just because you feel me? And not even no off the court issues because he ain't even been in no trouble off the court or nothing like that. Nothing like that. You feel me? I just really think I think he really just need a fresh start. You feel me? It's a hit that he don't like on him and the head coach, and I feel like the direction of the organization is just ain't going in the right way no more. You feel me? Like everybody gone now. Everybody gone. That was around for that 2022 season, that 2023 season when they made them runs back to back. You feel me? Everybody gone now. And then I'm just thinking about like if you trade John Morant, you basically as the Memphis Grizzlies just really saying that you're going into a rebuild mode. Because now if I'm looking at it at Jaren Jackson point of view, like man, if you're gonna trade John Morant, put us either in a package deal or try to look for me somewhere to go to. Because once John Morant leave, he's going to be the only person left from that 2022 team. Dylan Brooks gone, Steven Adams gone, Luke Kennard gone, Desmond Baines gone, John Morant gonna be gone. You feel me? Everybody's gone. You feel me? Everybody's gonna be gone. He's gonna be back to like he was his rookie year when he was the only person on Memphis. When they started trying to build something special over there, you feel me? And he was the centerpiece. You feel me? He was the foundation that they started with. Now it's like they going back to that, and it's like he almost going into his what 7th, 8th year, and it's like, nah, man, I need to get up out of here too. Because if y'all trying to rebuild, I don't want it to. I ain't trying to be around for a rebuild. You feel me? I'm trying to still, you feel me? Go do still compete. You feel me? I ain't trying to start over again. Because if you finna trade John Morant, your team is definitely gonna go down. You feel me? They play some good basketball. They play some good basketball when he they play some good basketball when he not on the court sometimes, but more than often they gonna need him. When they get critical situations, they gonna need him. If they ever make it to the playoffs, they'll need him. You feel me? Because he's been a person that's been there and he got a winning percentage when he dealt with them. You feel me? He has been going through some injuries lately. Yeah, we understand that. I don't really know if it's really injuries or like I said, it's coaching. Because there's a lot of players that's on that team that we don't even see playing. GG Jackson don't get no PT time. So it's like if these players is getting hurt, when is they getting hurt? You see what I'm saying? Is they getting hurt in practice? They getting hurt during the game? Like when is these dudes getting hurt? So they sitting out 3, 4, 5, 7 games and shit. Like so, like I feel like the direction of the Memphis Grizzlies is going in a whole different direction. I feel like they just gonna kind of blow that up and just rebuild anyway. You feel me? And if I'm John Morant, if I'm Jaren Jackson, yeah, go and get me up out of here. You feel me? You traded Desmond Baines. You know, you could have traded anybody. You could have traded anybody on that team to try to get some more talent over there. Why would you trade one of your three best players? It was just crazy. You feel me? Desmond Baines ended up turning out one of the best 3 pointers in the 3 point shooters in the league. You feel me? A great wing defender. You feel me? Like they all complementary each other very well. You feel me? You finna get rid of Ja Morant. Him and Jaren Jackson been in this together for a while. They done made all stars together. They done turned each other to award winning players, most improved or defensive player of the year. You feel me? So I don't know. It's just fishy over there in Memphis right now. I don't know what's going on with the organization or what they trying to do, but they need to free my boy and them though. They need to free John Morant. They need to free Jaren Jackson for sure. You feel me? And last but not least, man, my boy LaMelo Ball is another person. This this like the second, third time we done talked about these three players because these are one of my three favorite players in the league, especially at the point guard position. They don't get enough love, and I feel like it's because of the teams. Sometimes it's because of the teams. Sometimes it's injury. You feel me? My boy LaMelo Ball been hurt a lot, just like John Morant and Trey Young. They both been battling injuries lately. You feel me? They've been asking LaMelo Ball to come off the bench, and I just feel like that's so disrespectful. You feel me? They say it's minutes restriction. It says it's a minutes restriction thing because uh he had an ankle injury or something like that. But I don't really think it's that. I feel like people they really be listening to the outside and they be thinking that LaMelo Ball don't take the game seriously and stuff like that because of this style of play. But this is style of play. He been playing like this all his life. You feel me? You just want him to try to what you want him to change. And then to ask him to come off the bench is just crazy because it's like who I'm coming off the bench for? Like who on that team they can really say better than LaMelo Ball? You know, you can't say nobody on that team really better than him. You feel me? He can do any and everything that everybody else can do. He can shoot the ball, he can pass the ball, he can rebound the ball. You feel me? He can play some defense. You feel me? He got size. You feel me? So man, Joe, I think all three of them just need a new scenery at this point. You feel me? Or but yeah, I think all of them need a new scenery or just get rid of the coach in Charlotte though. You feel me? The team already a good team. You feel me? They got Brandon Miller. He back. He healthy. He playing good basketball. Trey Man back. He healthy. He playing good basketball. LaMelo playing good basketball. To me, they got one of the best rookies in the league right now. Canuta, whatever his name is. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. But he been hooping. He leading all hot fries. But he leading all rookies and scoring right now, and on top of that, and in rebounds. You feel me? So man, I don't know, man. It's something got to happen though, but something gonna happen. But man, Joe, the NBA they need to do something, man, because John Morant he gotta find somewhere to go. I want to see him go play with Anthony Edwards, but I don't think the league gonna make that happen though, because that's gonna be a crazy team up. So, but a lot of people saying that they won't John Morant though. But I feel like Memphis gonna want a lot. They gonna want a lot. They gonna want a lot for him. You feel me? He the franchise leader in a lot of stats and a lot of categories. You feel me? Like since he came there, he been putting on for Memphis. You feel me? On the court, and off the court. He got some off court issues, but on the court, off the court too, he been helping build up around that city and stuff like that. So the fans, he get a lot of love from the fans and everybody like that, and everybody just love when Lamelo and John Morant and them able to be on the court. The basketball just better when them boys on the court. You feel me? If you ask me, you feel me? But y'all already know, man. This is another episode. Great conversation. Guest your boy Turbo. You feel me? Make sure y'all add me on Facebook at John Morant. For those that got Facebook, make sure y'all add the podcast page on Instagram at Great Convo and Guests. You feel me? We posting all highlights. We posting reels. We doing everything over there on the page. Make sure you go add the page, flood the comments, share the videos and everything. You feel me? Make sure y'all get my boy behind the lens at Taj_Miller. You feel me? And y'all already know, as long as y'all keep funking with us, we're gonna keep dropping this shit.